Hello artists, let's talk about stencils. I've cut some donut shapes, and some of the circles are from the middle of the donuts, and I'm gonna cut a donut out to show you how we do it properly and without cutting yourself, doing it safely. I'm steering the paper. I didn't turn the scissors at all. So I've got my circle to cut my donut. I'm going to fold it a little bit. I'm not going to crease it, and then I'm going to cut a little slit in it. I'm going to fit my scissors in there. Might take a little snip with the tip of your scissors. There's my donut. Now, this little part might not lay very well, especially after you make a print or two. So I'm just going to trim that off. And we have an interesting, it's still a circle. It's not a perfect circle, but who cares? Nobody cares. I certainly don't care. You can cut whatever shapes you want, but one thing I don't want you to do is like cover up half of the Gelli Plate so that half of it doesn't show. That's not okay. You can do stripes, but don't cover up. Like you can make stripes that do stuff like that. And I'm going to make like a wiggly one. You could do something like this, but you want more paint, less stencil, okay? More paint available and less stencil. Now, something like that could be okay. And even that one's going off the edge. So I might move that one so it's kind of going off the edge too. If you go off the edge one place, do it someplace else. Okay? Or off the side, opposite sides. Okay, so maybe we'll use those later. Okay, so let's get some paint. I'm gonna shake my paint down to the nozzle and squeeze gently. Okay, and then I'm gonna do some red, see if I can, the last time I used the red, it came flying out. Oops. Sometimes these nozzles do that. Okay. And okay, now I'm gonna roll out my paint. Clean off my brayer. Now I'm gonna put my donuts down. Okay, I'll put a donut there, and I'm gonna put a donut there. Actually, let's move it so that's completely going off. Put one going off there. I'm gonna do my nails, they're hard to pick up. Okay. Piece of paper, put my name on it. Okay. And I'm going to lay my paper down. I'm going to press it down carefully so I don't make it move. And now I'm going to rub, and where the donuts are, I'm going to make sure I rub inside so that the paper comes in contact with my printing paper comes in contact with the paint. We don't want any places where the paper doesn't touch the paint. And we want to get around the edges of the cardstock paper because it's a little bit thicker than your printing paper. Okay, I'm going to peel it off. Ooh, I got all my paint up. And I could have rubbed on this edge a little bit harder to get a nice clean edge like over here, but that's okay. And then I'm going to peel up my stencils. And yes, they get paint on them, but if you have the right amount of paint, thin layer, it won't be a big deal. Okay, like I said, you can do any shape you want, but don't cover up half of your, one whole half of your printing plate. Okay, goes on the drying rack. Okay, I've got some outlines on there. Kind of some little edges where my stencils were. We can take advantage of that. I know my printing paper is white, but we'll come on. Oops. There we go. Okay. Maybe a touch too much, but we'll spread it. Maybe not. Okay. So I'm gonna spread my white. I can tell that's very thin because I can see the little edges of my circles and donuts. I'm going to take a piece of paper, put my name on it. Okay, this is kind of a bonus print. And this time I'm going to make sure I rub really, really well because we need pressure to lift off those little edges of the circles and donuts. So make sure I'm rubbing pretty hard. Plenty of pressure. And I'm going to peek. Oh yeah. That's exactly what I want. Ta-da! Okay, you can see over here where there was more of that purple color that I made that was missing on this print. But it's okay. This is still a nice print. This one may be a little bit better. I'm really excited about that one. But that's another way you can kind of take advantage of what's left on your Gelli plate. Okay. How much time? Oh, okay, I'm going to stop there. And remember, 3 stencil prints, always 3 prints, and have fun. Thanks for watching.